in this second part of my video message, I'll submit 3 main very strong evidences which are 100% indisputable evidences to prove the very strongly planned forgery crime attempt against me by my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and EY HR consulting head Paresh Jain sir and EY HR director Hina Mudaliar and EY HR director Shanil Mirza and other mentioned EY authorities. Who all conspired with criminal Mukesh Ambani family and 3 main criminals of Nachatan murder case with the strong political support of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah to wrongly frame me under Clause 7B of new offer letter to completely spoil my future and my professional career and to mainly to push me to suicidal point by misusing the confusion created for me due to the high sensitive mistake of EY HR team and EY HR director Hina Mudaliar who have referred incorrect and invalid offer letter in my termination letter. So the 3 strong evidences which I am going to submit is that first evidence is the open cruel forgery response email sent by EY India HR team on 8th July under complete knowledge and directions of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir in response to my appointment request email sent to him. Konja back la full mattum cover panna. And second evidence is the 23rd July incident of cruel manhandling and harassment incident done against me by EY Ruby Tower facility head Sankar and actually 4 more EY company male authorities under directions of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and EY HR consulting head Paresh Jain sir under the influence of criminal Mukesh Ambani family with the main desperate motive to just abruptly and illegally block me from visiting EY Ruby Tower office with the main motive to proceed ahead to next stage to wrongly frame me under Clause 7B of new offer letter. Third is the very strong evidence is the sudden illegal notice sent to me through WhatsApp from criminal Rento Mojo team on the very next day of me having the recorded video call with the EY HR consulting head Nitin Grover sir on 24th July. Back. So first I will explain about the first evidence of the cruel forgery response given by EY HR team on 8th July and how it's the 100% indisputable evidence to prove the forgery crime attempt against me by EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and EY HR consulting head Paresh Jain sir and other involved EY India team authorities. So I have already submitted the evidence in my part 1 of my video message where I have made overall 220 times of one-to-one polite and respectful communications from my end to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir around 5 months period of time. If the country leaders are aware and I have submitted all evidences for this for one-to-one 220 times of one-to-one polite and respectful communication. So, okay, come back. So what I am saying is that when I have 5 months period of, as the country leaders are aware, in the month of January in 2025 itself, I have directly travelled to EY Bangalore office and discussed with EY HR Director Shanil Mirza where I have addressed both illegal termination of my EY company job and Clause 7B issue in my termination letter. In January month, so count from January month continuously. Though I have travelled to Mumbai in February, from January month itself I am addressing only from February or March I was addressing to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir particularly. Till then I was addressing to my whole EY authorities, Hina Mudaliar and everybody. So through emails, postal letters, through all communications from January. So Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July. 7 months. It's 7 months of my continuous communication and a direct visit to my work location office, which is EY Bangalore office, and then EY Mumbai office, which is work location of office of my EY partner Ram Deshpande and HR Director Hina Mudaliar. For solid 7 months, I have been following up with my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and HR Director Hina Mudaliar and other EY India team authorities through all modes of communication, emails, postal letters, direct visits and WhatsApp, text message, recorded video, recorded voice call with my EY partner Ram Deshpande. So on 8th July when I have got this cruel forgery response from the EY HR team where I have already read the statement that Satya, the actually concern is addressed from my end in the email where they have addressed us. No employee in the whole world will have utmost patience and tolerance like me after would have utmost patience and tolerance to give even after reading such a cruel forgery response email from EY HR team after sending totally 21 one-to-one respectful and polite communication to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir for around 7 months period of time. Just think, after 7 months period of time, after sitting totally count of 220 one-to-one polite and respectful communication to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and the EY team authorities, if any employee receives such a cruel forgery response, nobody would have extreme patience and tolerance like me in the whole world. Dear Satya, we would like to inform you that there are no outstanding concerns from our side that require further discussions or meetings. As you are no longer employed with the firm, we respectfully request that you refrain from visiting any of our office locations. There are no pending matters that necessitate an in-person visit or continued communication. Back. Can the country leaders understand how much cruel forgery response they have said? So just logically analyze that. In that 7 months, when the employee have sent such 220 one-to-one communications to her EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, so another point I would like to highlight that this forgery response email from EY HR team came as a response email to me for my email dated 3rd July, which I addressed to, which is again a respectful and polite email to my addressed to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir along with the media channel. This is the first email I have addressed to my EY partner Ram Deshpande addressed to the media channels, because when EY HR consulting head Paresh Jain sir informed me on 19th June, which is last month, previous month 19th June, that to connect in emails, it is the least professional behavior I expect from such a senior most authorities, that at least within next 7 days or at least within 10 days they should give me a response. But after just asking me to connect in emails on 19th June 2025 till end of June, again the EY authorities did not respond. Again my EY partner Ram Deshpande or any other assigned authority under his directions, nobody have responded for emails. Is it the professional and ethical way senior most person like my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and EY HR consulting at Paresh Jain should behave? Just I am leaving it to the EY Global CEO Janet Trenkle ma'am and EY Global leadership. Is it the ethical way and professional way such a senior most EY authority would behave to the such a woman victim employee? So after communicating to me on 19th June that they have communicated my appointment request to Ram Deshpande sir and asked me to connect emails. Till end of June I waited, but no response. Again 1st July and 2nd July I sent email, no response. So on 3rd July I again addressed in a very polite and respectful way to EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and EY Global CEO Janet Trenkle global leadership team and all media channels to please respond to my appointment request, and I have addressed the clause number issue and everything. So everywhere I have attached the evidence emails, clause 7b, clause 7b description in my revised offer letter. In all my emails I attached. So okay, come back. Now having highlighted these 2 points, what logically I want addressed contributors to understand is that after so many communications, when the EY HR team is giving me a response email, this is a response email for my appointment request addressed to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir. So without the directions and under complete directions and knowledge of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, EY HR team will not write any single word or statement in their email. Because I did not address the email to HR team. No, I addressed the email only, appointment request email only to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, and for what reason I am asking for appointment request to him. So when I am addressing to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, even if the EY HR team responds, that response would come only under complete directions and knowledge of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir. Just like that, EY HR team cannot write their own statements and words without the knowledge and without the directions of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, because the email is not intended to HR team. The email is directly addressed to Ram Deshpande sir, and this is the evidence that this forgery response email came as a response to my appointment request to EY partner Ram Deshpande, which means that even though HR team is mentioned, this is each and every word is written under the directions of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir. So be it my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir or EY HR team, when they are reading the email and giving a response, first they will see why this terminated employee is asking for appointment request. Why? That is the first thing. So why, when they ask, so Ram Deshpande sir is aware that through WhatsApp, record voice phone calls, postal letters, text message, everything about the clause number issue. What is this clause number issue? Immediately they'll check their database, they'll retrieve the appointment, they would have retrieved the offer letter and check the clause 7b. They would have identified that long back itself, they have identified that, okay, clause 7b, konja back up. Clause 7b doesn't refer to society crimes. Why this employee is attaching a screenshot with the society crimes clause 7B refers to this. So even though if they don't have the revised offer letter in their hand, at least just in one line they could have written that, Satya, we don't know what screenshot you are attaching. As per the offer letter maintained with the EY company, this is your offer letter, this is the clause 7B description. It doesn't refer to society crimes. So no, I don't know which irrelevant offer letter you are referring as per their understanding. So we did not frame you under society crimes. Please do not visit EY officers. That one line statement I could have given, right? And that's why repeatedly I very respectfully mentioned to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, I did not reach out to you for any casual communication or asking for any help or support. I am reaching out to you to correct a high sensitive mistake made in my termination letter by EY HR Director Hina Mudaliar, for which only you and EY HR Director Hina Mudaliar are responsible, highly responsible to investigate and correct your mistake. Please, that's why I am asking for appointment. So even if Ram Deshpande sir is not ready to give appointment for whatever reasons, he would have realized that okay, the clause 7B which I am referring in the screenshot in the email is not matching with the clause 7B of the offer letter maintained with EY company. At least you could have give directions to EY HR team. At least send, okay, give her response email that the clause 7B of the offer letter maintained with EY company does not refer to society crimes, and ask her to stop. That very, and so I request the country leaders that we should not be fools to believe any forgery response from involved EY India team authorities, that they have never seen my offer letter maintained with EY company. They have never seen the clause description of the initial offer letter maintained with the long back they have given, especially before sending this cruel forgery response 200% without cross verifying the clause 7B description of the initially given offer letter maintained with EY company. They will not send such forgery response. So it's just logical thing. When an employee is asking for appointment request, before sending a response, they will check the reason for what reason the employee is asking for appointment. Oh, the employee has mentioned that EY HR team have done a mistake in her termination letter. So let's check if we have done a mistake in her termination. Definitely they would have checked. So they got to know that the offer letter maintained with them referred to clause 7B does not point to society crimes, and they don't have idea about the revised offer letter given to me. Very intentionally and criminally, they did not reveal that clarification in this cruel forgery response, and instead they very mainly sent a cruel forgery response. And Satya, we don't have it. You did a mistake. EY HR team did a mistake, high sensitive mistake in my termination letter, but still EY HR team don't have any concerns, with me that needs further clarification. They are not concerned about correcting their mistake, and they are more keenly interested in just illegally and abruptly blocking me from visiting EY Ruby Tower office, on top of doing such high sensitive mistake in their termination letter, and not concerned to correct their mistake in their termination letter, and with a desperate criminal motive to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of new offer letter by first blocking me from visiting EY office branches. They have clearly mentioned do not visit any of our office locations. Only then we can go to next stage of wrongly framing you under, and then you go to the court. So during the court case prosecutions, we will come and submit. Meanwhile we will come up with a concrete plan on how to frame you under clause 7B of new offer letter, and we will just give a response through court, so that Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, can influence court judges to quickly complete the case prosecution in favor of EY company, so that to completely spoil my future and my professional career. This is the exact plan. So that's why this cruel forgery response is a 100% indisputable response, because when an employee is asking for appointment request, before you send us such a response of rejecting that request, first thing they will do is that for what reason the employee is asking a request. Oh, she has mentioned that we have done a big mistake in the termination letter. So without investigating that, nobody will reject that. If we have, because they have done, they will see whether we have done. So they have checked the offer letter made in their database. They got to know that clause 7B doesn't refer to society crimes. They don't know which revised offer letter I am referring, but intentionally they did not give this clarification with the main criminal motive to first block me from visiting EY Ruby Tower office and other office branch location they have clearly mentioned, and then to push me to court through prosecution, and in that mean gap time to closely work with the criminal Anand Tambani and the psycho criminal Asahan Perisamy to come up with a concrete plan on what kind of clause 7B allegation they can frame me, and then to wrongly frame in a clause 7B to completely spoil my future and my projects. That's why I said this is 100% indisputable evidence, and this doesn't, each and every word have been stated under the complete directions and knowledge of my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, because it came as a response email to my appointment request to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir. And then And then second evidence is the cruel manhandling and harassment incident done against me by EY Ruby Tower Facilitate Saket, and 4 EY male authorities by using female authorities. Okay, come back. So this is the email, no outstanding concerns email sent on 8th July 7:29 p.m. at night. For this email, again I have responded to my EY partner. It's a one-to-one email only. It's a respectful one-to-one email only. Ram Deshpande sir and HR team that please do not cruelly and abruptly block me from visiting EY Ruby Tower office when I have clearly mentioned about the high sensitive wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter, which needs correction. After making me to wait for 7 months and after sending me such cruel forgery response email, still I sent a very respectful and humble email to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and HR team, which is a one-to-one email only. So again, I would like to highlight to the candidates, just understand the severity and the sensitivity of their criminal attempt. Whose mistake is this of mentioning a completely incorrect and invalid offer letter in my termination letter? It's the high sensitive mistake of EY HR team and EY HR at Hina Mudaliar, for whose mistake, who has extremely suffered in this. And in spite of this high sensitive mistake of EY HR team, the EY HR team, without any fear of their what kind of next high sensitive forgery crime they are planning to do against me, for their mistake, they next try to misuse the confusion created for me due to their high sensitive mistake to do this forgery crime attempt, and sent the forgery email. Still, with utmost patience and tolerance, I sent this email. Please do not cruelly and abruptly block me from visiting EY Ruby Tower office when I have clearly mentioned about the high sensitive wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter, which needs correction. As clearly mentioned, I have never ever been placed any kind of allegations related to clause RB by EY company either during termination or after termination, without even placing or communicating any kind of allegations related to clause 7B till date today to the woman victim employee, and without conducting investigation with employee, EY team cannot cruelly and illegally and abruptly block me from visiting, from getting update from my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, which is a high sensitive crime of EY team. I have multiple times submitted the evidence emails of EY HR Mohammed and EY HR at Hina Mudaliar of the clearly and repeatedly stated reason for my job termination, which is not able to return to India to start to work on project and deliverables within the given time period of 4 days. So these details I have mentioned, and I have again addressed to EY CEO Rajiv Memani and Ram Deshpande sir that requesting my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir to please do not illegally and abruptly block me from getting appointment with you sir, as I have never ever been placed any kind of allegations related to clause 7B till date today. Please do not cruelly spoil my future and my professional career of the innocent woman victim employee, and please do not cruelly push me to suicidal point. I just request the countries to continue to what extreme criminal extent my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir have went without any humanity, without any ethics, in spite of repeatedly mentioning to him in my multiple emails that sir, please do not push me to suicidal point, please give me a proper investigation and a correction of the high sensitive wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter. Now it is proved with this evidence that it is the high sensitive mistake of EY HR team who have mentioned a completely incorrect and invalid old offer letter in my termination letter, which cannot be submitted to any employer, any new employer. Nobody will accept such a incorrect and wrong clause number and old invalid and incorrect offer letter mentioned in my termination letter. They will just say that Satya, please go and Satya, go and get the appropriate correction and then apply for employment. This is what any new employer would say. For whose mistake, who has extremely suffered in this process, and my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, without any guilt or humanity, in spite of sending this a very last pleading email to not to spoil my future and my professional career and do not cruelly push me to suicidal point, and then again he under his knowledge and directions only the EY Ruby Tower facility authorities have executed cruel manhandling and harassment incident, which I will explain next. So after the cruel forgery response sent by EY HR team on 8th July, with the next 1 hour, I have sent the reply email to my EY partner Ram Deshpande and EY India CEO Rajiv Memani, which is again one-to-one email where I, with utmost patience and tolerance, I pleaded to them, please do not spoil my future and my professional career, do not push me to suicidal point, please give me a proper investigation and a correction of the wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter. Just so that's why I mentioned this is 100% indisputable evidence. Just address country leaders, the eWay India team cannot say that we never referred the offer letter, clause 7B description maintained with the eWay team, and without referring that we sent this response. No, they cannot do like that. If they say that, it's an open forgery response. So 221-to-1 communications have been emailed without referring the offer letter and clause 7B description. They would not have sent this email. Cruel forgery email response. So just realize for whose mistake, who has extremely suffered on top of doing that high sensitive mistake without any guilt of going to the next forgery crime attempt against me, without any fear of going to do the next forgery crime attempt against me, without any fear of, instead of me pleading in multiple emails, please do not push me to suicidal point, please do not give me proper investigation and correction in the, they are not, eWay HR team and eWay partner, they are not ready to give the correction of dire high sensitive mistake made in my termination letter. Understand, it's not like somebody's mistake. They are not ready to give that proper correction and correction of dire high sensitive mistake made in my termination, and they gave such a cruel forgery response to me. And after that, after doing this much, they cannot come and say Satya did not send one-to-one communication to us. Satya sent email to China president and UN authorities who are all our enemies. Satya sent email to media channels. Satya waited for 6 months with utmost patience and tolerance, and have given one-to-one communications which no other employee in the world would have that much patience and tolerance. And only after that, since she was inhumanly ignored by the senior most eWay India team authority, only then she took the help of media channels, wherein that also she has addressed by her rightful questions to her eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir in a more respectful and polite way. So after I pleaded to eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir in the reply email not to push me to suicidal point and not to spoil my future and my professional career, after that I got high fever and I got admitted in the emergency ward in the nearby hospital due to high fever. It took almost more than 10 days of time for me to recover from the fever, and then I think after that also I would have addressed a video message to the Honorable President of China and other addressed country leaders. So after that, the email which I sent on 22nd July, again, so for the reply email, Ram Deshpande sir and other eWay HR team, nobody have responded to me. So after I recovered from the fever on 22nd July, I sent again a polite email addressed to my eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir with media channels, that with respect to the complete unethical response given by eWay HR team on 8th July in response to my appointment request to my eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir, I request means it's a polite and respectful way of communication. I request my eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir, who is at eWay partner level position, to please respond and resolve my issue in an ethical way and a professional way, in spite of trying to abruptly and to illegally block me from visiting eWay Ruby Tower office without investigating and correcting the very high sensitive mistake of eWay HR Director Hina Mudalia made in my termination letter, which is completely spoiling my future and my professional career, attaching the evidence emails of Becca. Again, I would like to highlight that no employee in the whole world, after going through extreme mental stress, mental pressure, after facing inhuman treatment by their senior most eWay partner like Ram Deshpande sir and eWay HR, nobody after 7 months of waiting and inhuman ignorance, after seeing that cruel forgery response, nobody would again send such a polite and respectful email and like the innocent woman victim employee Satya Kadriwal, because I know the strategy and the filthy criminal plan of the psycho criminal Asavan Perisamy and the two other criminals of Nachathal Madaki. So from the start, I was extreme. I already have an intent approach of how to resolve this issue. I know that they are intentionally denying this just to make me to trigger my anger and to say any kind of false allegation. So I remain utmost I handled this eWay matter in a very, very delicate and careful way. If the country leaders have observed, for 7 months I have very, very carefully, cautiously handled this eWay matter with utmost patience and tolerance. So on 22nd July, I sent this email, and on 23rd July, morning before, I went to directly visit eWay Ruby Tower office. I sent an email to all, again with copying my eWay partner Ram Deshpande sir and eWay authorities and all media channels and country leaders and authorities. I requested. requesting for on 23rd July morning, I sent email requesting for high monitoring today during my visit to UAE Ruby Tower office from the UN Security Council permanent member country leaders of China, Russia, UK, UN or rest country leaders, as I suspect any illegal attempts of any UAE company others to illegally and abruptly block me from visiting UAE Ruby Tower office without resolving my issue of correcting the very high sensitive mistake of UAE HR Director Hina Mudile made in my termination letter, who have mentioned a completely irrelevant and high sensitive wrong clause number in my termination letter, which is nowhere related to the clearly. Okay, back. So on 23rd July morning, I sent this email, Bablu. And I when I faced the harassment, I sent the live update to UN Security. I come to this part. First, I will explain. So before going to UAE office itself, I sent this email. Around afternoon, I went there. Soon after, I went there. So UAE Ruby Tower is a Ruby Tower building. Is a corporate office building located in Mumbai, the other area. In that Ruby Tower building, 14th floor and 15th floor is occupied by UAE company. So I was following up in the 14th floor office, which is the office work location office of my UAE partner Ram Deshpande sir and Hina Mudalia, UAE HR head Hina Mudalia. So afternoon time when I went there, a lady security guard was standing outside. It's a glass door through which we can see the UAE receptionist, the reception area. So, everything was kept ready for me. When I went there, the security guard asked me, stopped me and asked me, ma'am, wait here. And then she made a phone call from her desk outside the glass door to UAE lady receptionist, Poonam madam. And Poonam madam attended the call, and then she then communicated to Sankat, UAE Ruby Tower facility head Sankat. And then after a few minutes, so 15th floor also UAE office is there, right? From 15th floor, some lady security guards and male security guards, everybody came down in lift and they assembled in front of the door, just at a little distance from me, in front of the door entrance. So I got to know, okay, they are calling from the additional security guards, lady security guards, male security guards, something is going to happen. Whatever happens, I have to maintain utmost patience and tolerance, and I have to stick to the rightful point of my right to get investigation and the correction of the clause number in my termination letter. I got an idea something is going to happen. And then Ruby Tower facility head Sankat was standing inside, and some aged old male authority guy went inside, and he and Sankat discussed something. And then after they discussed, they came out. This is a central passage. Here glass door is there. Inside UAE reception is visible. This side also wall and lifts are available. That side also wall and lifts are available. So I was standing at one side of the wall. I was studying. So, four UAE male authorities. One is the aged old male authority, and the remaining are young male authority. They just stood around me like in a semicircle way, properly rounding up me in a proper semicircle way. And the lady guards are standing at a distance. So the old male authority came and asked me, why are you visiting UAE Ruby Tower office? I said, sir, I have been following up for more than 5 months. There is a mistake of wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter. Regarding I need a correction. So that's why I'm following up for more than 5 months, but I'm not getting response from my UAE partner Ram Deshpande sir and Ram Deshpande sir and the HR Hina Mudalia. So then, intentionally to trigger my anger, the filthy psycho criminal Asohan Perisami and the criminal Anand Ambani have intimated him to say response like to connect through emails and postal letters. So the old male authority told me that so for that you keep sending emails and posters just to trigger my anger, because for past 7 months I have been doing that only, right? Intentionally and inhumanly they have been ignoring me with the only desperate just to trigger my anger at one point of time, and then to use that reason Satya is not polite, Satya is not respectful, to use those. So I was already cautious. Okay, you want to trigger this only, right? So I will be utmost conscious to practice my utmost patience and tolerance. So intentionally he made this statement, and then I said that, sir, I have been doing that only for past more than 6 months, but I have not received any kind of response. That's why I directly came to send a reminder to my UAE partner Ram Deshpande sir. Then when I was saying that in a very polite way, intentionally he has been given directions to use unprofessional body language and unprofessional harsh tone. Like even before I started to speak, that aged old male authority, he was raising his hand against me and saying that lower your voice, lower your voice. I said that, sir, just now I'm starting to speak. I'm talking in a normal tone only. Why are you say why you are only speaking in a harsh way? I did not raise my voice to lower. I didn't raise my voice. I am talking in a normal tone only. So again, just to trigger my, these are like standard directions given by the filthy psycho criminal just to trigger my anger. Again, he was. So this is not a professional. I was pricing him. It will not take much amount of time for me. I'll also give this. You just put down your hand. You put down your hand. You cannot talk like this to the female woman victim employee. Okay, I can also do that. Why I didn't do that? Because I'm a professional. I know how to professionally speak, even if aged male authorities are talking in an unprofessional way. I said that, sir, I'm talking in a normal way only. You are only talking in a harsh tone, and before even I start to speak, you're falsely saying that I'm to lower my voice when I'm talking in a very normal tone only. And then EY Rubitower facility, Sankit said that you deal it outside, ma'am. Then I asked him, sir, what is there to deal it outside? Then in a very hesitant voice, Sankit, Rubitower facility at Sankit said that you deal it outside legally. You deal it outside legally. Now, can the country leaders understand to what point the criminal EY company authorities are coming? So this is what their motto. First, to illegally and abruptly block me from visiting all EY company branches. That's why the 8th July forgery response in email is given. And then after blocking me from visiting all EY Rubitower office, their plan is to push me to the court. So when I go to the court and when the court case prosecution is getting initiated in that 2 months or 3 months of time period, the involved EY company authorities and the filthy psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy and the 2 other criminals of Nachathal murder case and criminal Anandabri, they will have prepared the complete concrete plan of using either Rento Mojo team or criminal Delhi police or whoever they want to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of new offer letter, which is society crimes, to completely spoil my future and my professional career. So that's why he now came to their actual criminal motive. You deal it outside legally. Then again, I very patiently replied that, sir, only if my EY India team authorities places any clause 7B allegations against me, only then I can even proceed legally, sir. But till now, my EY India team authorities have not placed any clause 7B allegations, sir. I don't have anything to proceed legally, sir, against EY India team authorities. That is why I am asking you if you assign any respective EY HR authority or my EY partner Ram Deshpande or to connect with the Ram Deshpande or Hina Mudaliar, based on what kind of response they are giving, I can then decide whether I have to proceed legally or I don't. If I don't have to proceed legally, sir, now I don't even have space to proceed legally because I have to be placed a clause 7 allegation. After I said this point in a very polite way, without able to answer me and to further. They don't have anything to do anything further against me. Just abruptly, they looked at their face each other and just abruptly the aged old authority, you immediately leave from the office. You will immediately leave from the office, or I'll ask the lady guards to forcefully take you outside. I said that, sir, it's a high sensitive mistake of my EY team to do the correction made termination letter without getting proper investigation and correction. How can I leave the office? How can I just abruptly you can block me from visiting EY office? Just give me proper investigation and correction, because I'm not asking for any help or support. EY HR team have made a sensitive mistake in my termination letter, so that's why I'm asking for the proper investigation and the correction. So then they were noticing, so I was making very right points without making them without giving space for them to place any counterpoints against me, because I was talking very politely, because only if I shout they can use that as a reason. She shouting, take her outside. So I was at most cautious that I know you are going to do each and everything to trigger my anger, but I am going to practice utmost patience and tolerance, and I politely replied with very correct points for which they are not able to answer. So, and then without able to do anything, he just said that given directions to the leaders, take her out of the premises, and they went inside the door. Then I told to Sanket, sir, please do not, and in between when they were standing like this, I told to the old male authority, sir, does it really look good for a big five consulting firm authorities like EY company authorities to round up a woman victim employee like this and threatening her and harassing her and unprofessionally behaving with her like this without very professionally and ethically resolving my issue. So after I said that, so they didn't feel like standing there again, still again they're rounding me up like that, and then she gave directions to the leaders, take her out, and they went inside the glass door. So even the lady guards, they were shocked, like why they are behaving in such a way to me, and they were even hesitant to pull my hands, because they themselves know they're like the four male authorities are behaving in a cruel, unprofessional and unethical way with me. So they were dragging my hand. All I made, I did not even touch their hands or remove their hands from my shoulder. All I made sure that even a 10 or 100 lady guards comes and tries to pull me out of the place, I should not move an inch from that place without getting the proper correction of clause number in my termination letter. So I stood firmly at that place. I did not disturb the lady guards who are dragging my hands, and I repeatedly asked Ankit, sir, please do not unprofessionally and unethically behave like this to me. Please assign resolve my issue in a professional way, assign a proper respect to HR authority or my EY partner Ramdesh Pandey sir to investigate and resolve my issue. Then after going inside the door, Sankit said that I'll call police ma'am, they will come and take you out. Then I immediately told him, please call the police sir so that I can at least address the issue to the police. Then I stood there. After some time, he called the police, and then the EY employees were coming out and going inside. They were noticing what they were doing to me, so they felt uncomfortable of what they are unprofessional doing to me. So, and then after some time, they asked me to come and sit inside the meeting room. So I went and sat inside the meeting room, and I took all the evidence emails sheets on the table to be shown to the Mumbai police. After some time, the Mumbai police came and asked me what is the issue. I said, sir, there is a mistake of wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter, which is the responsibility of my EY team involved in my termination and EY HR team to investigate and to give me the correction. But without giving any kind of response and correction, they are just trying to abruptly block me from visiting EY. So they could not understand the complete context. They said, okay ma'am, let's discuss in the police station. I said, sir, 4 EY male authorities are involved in doing manhandling and harassment against me. I want all the 4 EY male authorities to be taken to police station. I did not complain about the female security guards because they were just following the directions of the criminal aged male authority who have given directions. So I said, I will not come to police station unless you take all the 4 male EY company male authorities to police station. So that criminal old guy, he got very attitude that I'm asking him to take to police station. He did not move from there. Instead of him, he sent other young aged male authorities and the other authorities Sankit. So myself, Sankit, and another male authority, we went to police station. Mumbai police station, Shivaji Nagar police station, Shivaji Park police station in Mumbai, near to Dadar, and the SA Swapnil Patil sir, he only investigated face-to-face investigation. Swapnil Patil sir was sitting like this, just opposite Sankit, and I was standing in mid of them, a table was there. So he first asked Sankit, what is the issue? He said that, so it's been 2 years after the employee got terminated. She came for some issuing her termination letter, and we were given directions to stop her from visiting EY Ruby Tower office. That's it. He said. Then the Mumbai police asked me, oh, ma'am, what is the issue? I told, sir, before 2 years I have been terminated due to my clearly stating my long leave issue of not able to start to work on project and returning to India and to work on project and deliverables within 4 days time period. I have very clear-cut emails, sir. There is a high sensitive mistake made in my termination letter where wrong clause is mentioned. This clause 7b refers to society crimes, sir. This with this clause number, with this wrong clause number mentioned in my I cannot even apply to any job opportunities. It completely spoils my professional career. As per my case of termination, they should have mentioned clause 7a as per my offer letter. So it's just a small correction that clause 7b to clause a. Even the police officer knows the sensitivity of clause 7b refers to society crimes like rape, robbery, forgery, all this. So he himself got little tensed and asked to Sankit. She is rightly asking, right? The strong evidence emails is there. Even police officers know the severity. It will completely spoil the future of the employee. Clause 7b to 7a, there is clear evidence emails. Why you are not investigating this, not giving the correction? For that, for a couple of minutes, Sankit does not have any answer. Right in front of me, he was sitting. When he asked that question, the EY Ruby Tower facility at Sankit does not have answer. He was sitting and then said, sir, I don't know. I have EY legal team authority contact number. You talk to him. So Sankit have been given directions. This is all already pre-arranged by the criminal Anand Ambani and the filthy psycho criminal Ashokan Perisami. That if I don't move from the place, to call the Mumbai police and then to give EY legal team authority. Okay. Okay, come back. EY legal team authority contact number to him. So from the start till the end, the involved EY team authorities were desperate to divert me to EY legal team and to say any kind of forgery response like from EY legal team that to asking me to proceed through court and during the court case prosecution to wrongly frame it a clause 7B because. When I visited EY Bangalore office in January month, and again, and when I went to Mumbai office, the EY HR director Shanil Mirza, he is one of the very strong manual witness of this forgery crime attempt. He has been given directions either by senior authority or directly from criminal Anand Ambani. He was also, in spite of cross-verifying the clause, he knows already everything. He knows that clause 7B of the offer letter. Instead of the investigating within the HR team, he was desperate that he was saying that I will direct you to EY legal team. I will give a point of contact from EY legal team. I repeatedly told Shanil Mirza that, sir, this is not the job of legal team at all. The EY HR team have to correct this mistake. So initially, EY HR team only have to investigate and correct this mistake. Why are you diverting to EY legal team? So after EY HR director Shanil Mirza tried to do the forgery illegally diverting to EY legal team only, I got to know that the HR team authorities are strongly planning to do some forgery, and then only I directly addressed the email to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, mentioning that the HR director Shanil Mirza and other authorities are doing to do some forgery by illegally diverting me to EY legal team. This is not the job of EY legal team. Hence, I want only my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir, who is the main approval authority in my termination, to investigate and to give me the record clause from the start in January month. EY HR Shanil Mirza is a very strong evidence that the EY HR team authorities are strongly already influenced to illegally divert me to EY legal team and then to divert me to court and during court case prosecution to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of new offer letter. So again, Sanketh have been given actions to give the contact of EY legal team and not EY HR team. So to EY legal team authority, the SI Swapnil Patel sir spoke the justified points from my end, and then they mentioned that they will give me appointment and they will discuss about this matter. So this is what is communicated to Swapnil Patel sir, and after that Swapnil Patel sir mentioned that you will get a proper appointment ma'am and discussion. And then I asked Swapnil Patel sir, should I give a written complaint against the 4 EY male authorities who have done manhandling and harassment against me? Can you please retrieve the CCTV video footage from the afternoon time sir, from the EY 14th Ruby Tower floor, so that you will have an idea how they have done cruel manhandling and harassment against me. For that, Swapnil Patel sir advised me, ma'am, I am trying to amicably resolve your issue. What is your issue? You want to get the clause number correction. Let's not escalate this matter. I'll amicably settle this issue. You don't have to. So he advised me not to escalate further of my complaint about the manhandling and harassment against me. So I was also more focused that I want a solution for the clause number correction upon his service, because he has spoken up for me, right? I have to give respect for him. So since he has spoken up for me in unbiased way, then I should respect. So that's why I did not give any written complaint, and but I just asked him to once check the CCTV video footage of the manhandling and the harassment incident. Having said this, I request the addressed country leaders of China, Russia and all addressed Islamic country leaders and North Korea president, you don't have to trust my words, just you can request, so whichever global leadership team authority you want to contact, you can please once contact and ask them the CCTV footage and see it for yourself whether I have said this true or not. Because I know addressed country, I am addressing my issue to country leaders. I know that in spite of whatever happens from my end, I should not shout or do any unprofessional behavior which will turn out as negative for country leaders when they are speaking for me. So I was utmost conscious about that, and I maintained utmost patience and tolerance. Raising hand like this and saying lower your voice. These things the men should do only with the woman of their family. They cannot raise this hand and say lower your voice, lower your voice. I can also say you put on your hand, you're putting. So, but I don't do such unethical behavior, because no employee in the whole world could have maintained such extreme patience and tolerance unlike me in the whole 7 months period of time, even during the manhandling and harassment. So this manhandling harassment is open strong evidence of the so that's what it came out. So Sanketh is somebody who have to be taken for internal investigation by EY Global. Why you made the statement, deal it outside legally? Who gave you directions to say that statement, to say that deal it outside legally? So that is the evidence that to prove their complete motive that 8th July response is to first illegally and appropriately block me from all events, and the next is to push me to court, and to when the court case prosecution comes, they will take sufficient amount of time to come up with a concrete plan of wrongly framing me by using either criminal Rento Mojo team and criminal Delhi police to completely spoil my future and my professional career. And then the third, and the third evidence is the Rento Mojo evidence. So before I mention this point, I have to give a initial details to the addressed country leaders. As the addressed country leaders are aware, from the May month, I have submitted my registered official complaint in National Complaint Registration Portal against Criminal Delhi House on Heli Trishul and Criminal Delhi Police and the 3 main criminals of Nachata murder case of planning to misuse Rento Mojo team to give any kind of false complaint. On 8th May, when I registered the National Complaint Registration against suspicion of misusing Rento Mojo by Criminal Delhi Police and the 3 main criminals of Nachata murder case to file any kind of false complaint against me. Exactly after the Rento Mojo team, as you can see in the screen, if I search with Rento Mojo, all communication from Rento Mojo have stopped in before solid 2 years. In August 2023 itself, all communication from Rento Mojo have been completely stopped, ended with me after I gave very valid response that the Rento Mojo team have failed to come up for pickup of rental beds on the scheduled date, and for the mistake of Rento Mojo team, I cannot take response. After that, they have completely ended all communication with me before solid 2 years, which is in August month of 2023. Exactly after I placed my suspicion complaint of misusing Rento Mojo on 8th May, exactly on 8th May, the filthy psycho criminal Sohan Perisamy and criminal Anand Ambani have used the criminal Rento Mojo team to start sending payment reminders after 2 years of solid gap. After solid 2 years of gap, they exactly on the same day of complaint registrations, my suspicion complaint registration against Rento Mojo, they used the Rento Mojo team, criminal Rento Mojo team, to start sending me payment reminders to openly show off that yes, they are going to misuse Rento Mojo to file any kind of false complaint against me. So this I have already submitted to the country leaders, and then and then if the country leaders can notice, so since January 2025, I have been following up for clause number correction. So initially I waited patiently for a couple of months asking for clause number correction. After I have been very intentionally and inhumanly ignored, any employee would get the suspicion that okay, the involved e-way company authorities are doing some forgery crime attempt to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of clause 7B to file any kind of false complaint. So whatever evidences they have, based on the justified suspicion, they will register complaint. So previously I shown that after solid 2 years, the filthy psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy and Anand Ambani have started sending payment reminders using Rento Mojo. So I got a justified suspicion that now to wrongly frame me under clause 7B, the e-way company authorities are planning to misuse the criminal Rento Mojo team and criminal Delhi police, and that's why after solid 2 years of ending all communication with me, the Rento Mojo have again started sending me payment reminders. So based on that suspicion, I registered complaint in the month of July and in the end of June of my suspicion complaint. These were the emails. Please check it. I request the country leaders and also e-way global leadership team, please check this email complaint, suspicion email complaint I directly addressed to my e-way partner Ram Deshpande sir, where I registered my suspicion complaint against joint coordination of e-way HR director Hina Mudaliar and criminal Anand Ambani and the psycho criminal, filthy psycho criminal terrorist Asokan Perisamy and the 2 main criminals of Nachata murder case, Sivakumar Velisam and criminal Shanmugam, of coordinating with the criminal Rento Mojo team and the criminal Delhi police to file any kind of false complaint against me to wrongly frame me under clause 7B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suspicion emails. Officially suspicion emails I have registered against e-way HR director Hina Mudaliar and these involved criminals to directly addressed to my e-way partner Ram Deshpande sir. So after 4-5 months of waiting, after I got that sudden payment remitter from Rento Mojo, I have placed my justified suspicion. So after this, so you have these two information. After this, after I had the recorded video call with EY HR consulting head Nitin Grover sir on 24th July, where he clearly mentioned that Satya, we don't have any kind of clause 7B allegations against you. As you know, it's the confusion. It's due to the clause 7B of old offer letter have been referred. It's he clearly repeatedly mentioned that it's not just clause 7B allegation, Satya. The EY company don't have any kind of complaint against you. EY company don't have nothing against you. EY company authorities did not conspire against you. He repeatedly made the points. That's why it did not feel good for me to submit these evidence and to highlight the whatever is done to me by my EY partner Ram Deshpande. So that's why I just focused on clause number correction. So after that, the video call ended in a very good way with all required proper revised revised relieving letter experience, all requested documents given by Nitin Grover sir in a proper way. This psycho criminal Asohan Perisami. This filthy psycho criminal Asohan Perisami and the criminal Anand Ambani. So 24th, 24th July, Nitin Grover sir have scheduled the meeting with me and have give a proper clarification and a proper documents revised of letter. After all the issue got resolved on 24th July, the psycho criminal Asohan Perisam, without able to control his psychic anger and psychic obsession against me and my family, on 25th July, he sent a sudden illegal notice from the criminal Rento Mojo team asking for some payment, and this sudden illegal notice was sent through WhatsApp to me. Exactly. So 24th July, I have recorded video call with Nitin Grover sir, who resolved all my issues and confirmed that EY did not conspire against you. EY have nothing against you. EY don't have any kind of complaint against you. On 25th July, to openly show off that yes, we conspired with EY HR Director Hina Modiliar and EY partner Ram Deshpande to use the Rento Mojo team against you. Even though we have failed even though we have failed to wrongly frame you under clause 7, still I will use criminal Rento Mojo team to separately send you illegal notice and to create problems for you. In that psychic anger and psychic obsession against me, he on 25th July, the psycho criminal Asohan Perisami and criminal by using criminal Anandamani have sent this illegal notice from Rento Mojo. After Rento Mojo team have ended all communication with me before solid 2 years, and that evidence also I have shown. Back waka. Now, what EY India team authorities and what EY global leadership team will speak with this evidence. With this evidence, what EY India team authorities and EY global leadership team. Now, can they say EY HR Director Hina Modiliar is completely innocent? EY partner Ram Deshpande sir is completely innocent? EY HR consulting HR head Paresh sir is completely innocent? The authorities executed Helen Harris is completely innocent? Can they say that? Can they open their mouth? No. No, they cannot, because Rento Mojo completely ended all communication with me before solid 2 years. Okay? That evidence I have shown. And then what happened? I have sent 6 official emails of my suspicion against EY HR Director Hina Modiliar of coordinated with the criminal Anand Ambani and Asohan Perisami, the criminals to misuse Rento Mojo team and Delhi police to wrongly frame under clause 7B. Those emails, 6 emails I have sent addressed to my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir. And 24th July, Nitin Grover sir completely resolved all my issue and assured that we did not conspire against you, we did not do anything, we don't have any complaint against you. After that, on 25th July, without able to control the psychic anger and psychic obsessive anger against me by the filthy psycho criminal Asohan Perisam, because he could not live in peace, that I would live in peace, because he knows that I have been facing mental stress, mental pressure because of this clause number issue which he has been using EY authorities, without able to accept the fact that okay, I should not let her live in peace for another 1 day, I should not let her focus on her professional career and job searches for another 1 day, I have to again give any kind of mental stress to give against me. This psycho criminal have used this Rento Mojo team without giving a single thought that if we give such a sudden illegal notice from Rento Mojo on the very next day, it would become a 100% indisputable evidence to prove the involvement of EY HR Director Hina Modiliar and my EY partner Ram Deshpande sir and other involved EY authorities involved in conspiring to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of new offer letter by using the misusing the criminal Rento Mojo team and criminal Delhi police. He did not think about it because he doesn't care about that. One of the point I want to highlight to the addressed country leaders, like criminal Sivakumar Velusamy and criminal Shanmugam, they also have very vengeance and jealousy against me to completely spoil my future and my professional career and to block me from job opportunities. These two are actually my father's side criminal relatives. They are also very strong motive to completely spoil my future and professional career, but they are not fools to send such open evidence on 25th July which will directly prove the involvement of E.V. partner Ram Deshpande sir and E.V. HR Director Hina Mudaliar of conspiring to use Rento Mojo team and Delhi police against me. But this psycho criminal Ashokhan Perisamy, he could not control his psychic anger against me that I would live in peace for another one day of focusing on my professional career and job opportunities. Without able to control his psychic anger, he have given this sudden illegal notice using Rento Mojo to openly show off to me. Openly show off to him that yes, I have conspired with the HR Director Hina Mudaliar and Ram Deshpande to use Rento Mojo team. Even if I have failed in this attempt, I will separately use Rento Mojo team to still create problems for you, to make you not focus on your professional career, and to block you from focusing on job opportunities. So normal mentality criminals are dangerous, but these kind of filthy psycho criminals, psychically obsessed criminals are dangerous. That is what I want to mainly convey to the addressed country leaders. These psychically obsessed psycho criminals are extremely dangerous because they won't be able to control their mind. Once they have this kind of psychic obsession, psychic anger against somebody, and if they see them, if they feel themselves that they have failed to their counterparty, immediately in a desperate anger, they will do anything without able to control. So that will turn out dangerous for me. Please understand that normal mentality criminals are not dangerous, but the psychically obsessed psycho criminals are dangerous. So I'm not saying this just to highlight his psychic obsession. I am saying this point to the addressed country leaders. Understand the severity of these acts of psycho criminal, which will anytime turn out dangerous against me and my family. So with this, I'll make a separate address video message to make an official communication to Indian government to collect the resident's location details and what his job or business, whatever the criminal psycho criminal Ashokhan Perisamy is doing. Because anytime if there is any physical attack or sexual crimes or property looting attempt, anything initiated, be it any problems created for my family, the main criminal is only the psycho criminal Ashokhan Perisamy, who will do that by using criminal Anand Ambani and criminal Mukesh Ambani, and by using the Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. Because criminal Sivakumar Velusamy and criminal Shanmugam, they always reach out only to the psycho criminal Ashokhan Perisamy, be it spoiling my future and my professional career or any problems. To criminal Anand Ambani, only the psycho criminal Ashokhan Perisamy is closely related, and they have a very close relationship, which is more than friendship, which I have already shared to the addressed country leaders. So that is why I am highlighting this point. The normal mentality criminals are not dangerous, but the psycho criminals are dangerous. So this sudden illegal notice from Rento Mojo team, which came on 25th July, immediately which is the very next day of my video call discussion with Nitin Grover sir, is the 100% open, indisputable and not challengeable evidence which directly proves the involvement of E.V. HR Director Hina Mudaliar and my E.V. partner Ram Deshpande sir and other E.V. authorities who have directly conspired with the criminal Anand Ambani and Mukesh Ambani family by taking political support of Narendra Modi and under political support of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, of planning to use criminal Rento Mojo team and criminal Delhi police to wrongly frame me under clause 7B of new offer letter. These are the 3 evidences I want to submit to the addressed country leaders. So with that, I make my final request to EY Global CEO Janet Trenkelman and EY Global Leadership Team. Please assign a senior most EY Global Leadership Team authority who is a non-Indian to conduct an unbiased investigation. The proper unbiased investigation is that first they should have a separate investigation with me to hear out from me, and a separate investigation with the involved EY team authorities. After hearing from both the sides separately and analyzing the points, then only they should come back to me and give me a final solution. So what happened in this clause number issue case is that Nitin Grover sir had less than 24 hours of time, and he had heard only from the involved EY team authorities who actually attempted forgery crime attempt against me. So obviously they have wrongly projected me to EY to Nitin Grover sir, saying that I did not send one-to-one communication and I was not polite. Now I have given a complete picture of what has happened in the 7 months period of time. If they, also, it's not that I do not trust in Nitin Grover sir. As the country leaders are aware, EY partner Ram Deshpande is like EY. He's part of EY India leadership team almost. He's directly reporting to EY India CEO Rajiv Memani. Once the involvement of my e-way partner Ram Deshpande sir is proved, it will directly implicate the direct involvement of e-way India CEO Rajiv Memani sir in both the two crimes, the illegal termination of my e-way company job done under direct influence of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the next planned a very cruel forgery crime attempt against me to completely spoil my future and my professional career and to push me to suicidal point, again under influence of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, in blind support of criminal Mukesh Ambani family and the three main criminals of Nachitar Murder case. So I request the EVA Global Sir Janet Trankelman to please assign a senior most EVA Global Leadership Team authority who is not an Indian and who is directly reporting to you to conduct this internal investigation. Also, I request the addressed country leaders to please give your continuous monitoring and support till I get job in any other company or till I get justice from the for illegal termination of my EVA company job, because I have the main reason I have explained about the psychic obsession of criminal Asokan Perisamy is, even if it's my enemy, I never want to highlight these kind of points, but I want to highlight the kind of danger myself and my family is in due to the extreme psychic anger and the psychic obsession of the psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy against me. And please collect the details of his residence and his job location and his family details. He has only daughter Varshnasi. Please collect all the details. If any kind of physical attack or sexual crime or property looting or any kind of problems is created for me and my family, the only main criminal is the psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy. But at the same time, the two other criminals, criminal Sivakumar Vedasamy and criminal Shanmugam, are the background criminals who continuously see the psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy is already giving over performance of never-ending crimes and torture against my family. That's why the other two criminals of Nachitar Murder case are staying silent. If this psycho criminal remains silent, immediately the criminal Sivakumar Velusamy and the criminal Shanmugam immediately will come and pressure him. Okay, let's do this crime, that crime. We should not let Satya to get a good job. We should not let Satya to get justice for her e-way company job termination. Like that, they will do it. So do not underestimate these two criminals of Nachitar Murder case. We don't have any relationship with this psycho criminal Asokan Perisamy, but the two main criminals of Nachitar Murder case, they have extreme vengeance and jealousy against me and my family from my father's time itself, because these two are the main criminal relatives from my father's side who have vengeance and jealousy against my family for a long amount of time. So having said this, so the other possible next planned crimes against my family is by the three main criminals of Nachitar Murder case to create mental disturbance for me, to block me from focusing on my professional career and job opportunities, is to block our river water supply to our village farmland properties by using criminal Murugesan family. His family name is Nathakattu Murugesan, or by blocking any kind of water supply source to our farmers. By executing physical attack at night in the false name of robbery attempt by these to mainly damage our original property documents and pattern chita documents, or to execute sexual crime against us, or to murder my mother in the false name of robbery attempt. Third one is by initiating property looting attempt, for which the criminals of Nachitar Murder case have executed this illegal termination of my e-way company job, and by preparing any kind of forgery documents, by misusing signature of my father or my grandfather, and by doing land records forgery in the government maintained land records. So these are the next possible crime attempts against my family. So I would like to highlight the last point that I swear on my father, I honestly admit that I do not regret about losing my e-way company job in the process of exiting India with the main motive to get direct attention and safety monitoring and protection from the Honorable President of China and other addressed country leaders. I honestly say that I strongly feel it's worth losing my e-way company job in the process of exiting India with the main motive to get safety monitoring and protection and justice from the Honorable President of China and all addressed country leaders. I will take utmost effort in both getting justice for illegal termination of my e-way company job and also to parallelly search for other job opportunities. If I get good job in a good company, I don't have to pursue with this e-way company issue. I will next that will once I get a good job in a good company, it would completely resolve 90 to 95% no crimes. Even the criminals of Nachitar Murder case will stop thinking about a property looting attempt once I get a financial security for my family, and then I can safely settle my family in either Chennai or Bangalore, and then we can focus on our personal life. So because it's already, I'm already running out of time, that's why I have to both parallelly focus on getting job opportunities and also to get justice for illegal termination, these two crimes of the e-way company authorities. So once I get a good job in a good company, then I can immediately next focus on our personal lives. That's it. So I would also like to thank the honorable Islamic country leaders for your continuous monitoring of emails and support, because I had this strong confidence that if the situation gets worse, definitely Islamic country leaders who are monitoring my emails would take the message to China president and other country leaders, and they will do something to stop the next forgery attempt. This also I request the honorable president of China and all others country leaders. The last major help I would be requesting is your continuous monitoring and any possible support till I get a good job in a good company, and to get justice for illegal termination of my EVA company job and the other sensitive crime of EVA company others. Because once I get settled out in a job, and or if I get justice for illegal job termination, next I can focus on our personal lives, and mainly my family will come out of 90 to 95% of these crime attempts of these three main criminals of Nachitra murder case and the property looting motive. We can come out of that. Thank you so much. So this video message is intended to both EY Global CEO Janet Rankalman and EY Global Leadership Team, and the Honorable President of China, Russia, Russian Defense Team, and the Honorable Country Leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan and North Korea. Thank you.